as I debate with you more and more, I find you funnier and funnier and funnier every day.
It's the feeling is mutual from both the ends.
Yeah,
Trust me.
I know.
I find you equally funny and entertaining.
I find it so amusing. Thank you so much. The question here is this, that you are saying that there must be a deliberation. Smita, we are undemocratic, right-wing, communal people with a closed, narrow mindset. We are not ready to deliberate. We are not ready to deliberate Indian sovereignty. I mean, come on, Smita, you disappoint me. You are such a conservative person. Be liberal. Be liberal like Lokesh. LLL, liberal like Lokesh. Yes, go on.
Yeah. To be liberal is to use the name of Dadabhai Naoroji and Yogendra Yadav and Rahul Gandhi in the same breath. I beg to differ. Now, coming to the debate, Arnab, this cabal who wanted to have this this seminar, conference, whatever you want to call it, these are people who are desperate to be relevant to the public discourse. So, are they irrelevant? And should we dismiss them ki ye to bekar log hai, kya farak padta hai? They just want to be relevant. I don't think so, because the fact is that they right now might be irrelevant, but and before anybody rolls their eyes, and just give me a few more seconds, they can be relevant. They can become relevant all over again, and dangerous in that. Why? Because of the narrative that they peddle, that freedoms are under threat in India. And this finds echo in voices from within India, which finds echo within voices abroad. And then what happens? There's this entire cabal of leftist narrative builders who don't want India to succeed under a conservative government. And they don't want that to happen. So that narrative becomes louder and louder in this echo chamber. And then it finds resonance in rating agencies and organizations which give numbers and ratings to us that foreign investors look at. And then what happens? FDI, all these things get impacted. Then there is, exit of foreign capital. We don't want flight of foreign capital happening from these worm-like people who start from this grassroots level, holding chota conferences and then trying to be relevant to politicians here, politicians abroad. And the loss of relevance in a world is extremely important. We don't want India right now to be irrelevant to the world. We want to be part of the international narrative, and that narrative has to be a positive narrative. As soon as these things cause doubts in the mind of people that India doesn't have systems in place, that freedoms are in peril, that media freedoms don't exist, that citizens don't have a right of speech, that Kashmir is under threat all over again. These things which are irrelevant today in India, they are trying to revive this kind of dissonance so that there is instability about India in the rest of the world. So that is what is dangerous. So it's not as if these are irrelevant people. These tiny voices get amplified by the people within this country abroad.
Yeah, so, can we just go into the detail out here right now? Smita, going forward here, tell me, if you have outsourced this kind of activity to these groups, Mr. Meka, Congress Party, so say it, Nilanjan, Jahangir Ali, see, Yogendra Yadav's organization's member paid money to book an event, right? You don't have to book an event in a clandestine way. If you have decided to be Tukde, be open Tukde. Don't be secret Tukde. You know what is more dangerous or more dirty than being closet Tukde? It's being open Tukde. Actually, I think it's good. If Nilanjan, for example, you are open Tukde, it's better. But to be closet Tukde, clandestine Tukde is disgraceful. Tell me, what should we do with these clandestine Tukde people? They come together, they say campaign against state repression in India. And then when you catch them, they say, oh, we are stupid, innocent and irrelevant people.